Discussing today this select cases command. Select cases command we use when we want to analyze a portion of the data, means you want a few entries of the data but not completely. We want to analyze data, so we use the select command. And for example, we wish to include only the first four yields for the analysis. And how to apply the select command, you can see here. So first we go to data and then select cases. And for the select cases, it's important that there should be a variable in the data on the basis of which you want to make the selections. So I have opened the file that is aflatoxin for this command. So to select the first four commands, you will click here with conditions, and then you will choose the variable in which the codes are lying on the basis of which you want to make the selections. So as we want to include the first four yield types, so I'll use here the less than equal to inequality signs and then 4. So in this way the selection would be made for the 1, 2, 3, 4 yields. And now pressing the continue button and then further press the OK button. So as you see, this is an execution of the command, and you go back to the data sheet. So you will see here in the data sheet only first and four yields have been selected, and afterwards you can see here all these entries are blocked which we have not selected. So the yield number 5, 6, 7, 8 all are blocked by the command. And now whatever the analysis you made afterwards, it will provide you the output including the first four yields. For example, I'm just having a frequency of the data, so let us include the cone yields here for the frequency table. So you see the output, only the frequency of the first four yields are appearing in the output window, whereas the 5 to 8 yields are not here since we have selected only the first one. And now for example, if you want to include the last four entries, and then similarly you can use that select cases command. So data here and then select cases, and now going to the if, and instead of less than equal to 4, so I use the inequality greater equal 5. So in this way the command will be selecting 5, 6, 7, 8 only the last four entries. So in this way, pressing continue and then OK, and going back to the data sheet. So you see here the first four entries, these are blocked. The first four yields are blocked, whereas the 5, 6, 7 and 8 yield types, these are open for the analysis. And now if we calculate the frequencies, you see here only the frequencies for the 5, 6, 7, 8 are appearing in the output, and the first four are not included. And now if we have to make a choice or pick and choose, for example, if we want 1, 3, 5 and 7, so how to make the selections? So again, going back to the select cases and then if cases, and now select the variable where codes are lying. And now since we want the yield number 1, so yield equals 1, and then you will use this operator, that is OR operator. So this line, and then again clicking yield, and now equal to the next yield type that you want to select. For example, if we want the yield number 3 to select afterwards, then 3, and then again this operator and pressing the yield again, and the next yield that you wish to include. For example, you want 7 only, and then the next yield that may be yield number 8 you want to include here. See, and once you select all one by one the yields that you want to include in the analysis, you select all and then pressing the continue and then OK. So it has been executed, and you see once again to the data sheet. So whatever the yields we want to select, these are open, and unselected yields are blocked. Here, see here the blocking across the entries and the cell numbers. You see here the blocked entry shows that these will not be included in the output. So let us calculate the frequency again. So frequency and then OK. You see the only frequencies are appearing which I have selected, and none of the entries related to the other are lying in the output. So that's how you can use this select command. And select command is very useful when you wish to include the subset of the data, I mean the fewer of the entries you want to analyze from the data, and not the entire data is to be included for the analysis. So that's how you can use this command.